From one of the more hitter-friendly yards in the big leagues, a look at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. It's Reds baseball next on the show. Homer Bailey is on the mound for the Reds in this one. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, he's been really good. He's got 2 wins in the last 3 starts. His team's had an opportunity to be in the game deep and late, and he's walked away, like I said, with 2 wins. So let's see if he's able to get 3 wins in 4 starts after this outing.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. His lifetime numbers against Bailey comes in with 6 hits in 18 at-bats. He's taken him deep once.
Here we go.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Jake Buchanan, a right-hander from North Carolina, is the man on the mound. What do we need to know here, HR?
Matt, last year he had an ERA under 2. He was that good all season long, being able to put hitters away, getting ahead in counts, all the cliches that you think about, but they add up to be a really solid season. Hopefully he performs like that this year as well.
In is Joey Votto now. He begins this one with the 4th best batting average in the National League. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Taken in by Zobrist. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Cincinnati with no score. So coming to the plate, Adam Duvall. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw in time for the 3rd out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is finally over. So a great inning there as they bat around to score 6 times to open up the lead. We've played 2. Back here with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the left-handed hitting power threat Anthony Rizzo starts out the inning.
Yeah, your pitch, your pitch. All right, one time right here.
And the shift will not amount to much here as this is lifted in the air out to right field. Duvall is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Homer Bailey. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Hit out towards second. And a throw on by Zobrist gets him at first for out number 1. And here's Jose Peraza. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Jose Peraza.
Now a ball hit hard toward first. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. Around first, digging for 2.
No run, no run.
And he'll pull in there with a 1-out double.
You said it, Matty. That's 10 hits in this game.
Digging in to try it again. Joey Votto. A hit in 2 tries so far. Ready on 1 and 2. Hit on the ground out to short. Russell's got it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Digging in once again, Anthony Rizzo. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, and Rizzo gets on top of one and sends it in the air out to deep right field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. 4th home run here in the early going. And with that, it's now a 6-3 ball game.
I know he's a confident pitcher, but there's a difference between being confident and downright foolish. He just offered one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup a straight heater, and it cost him big time.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Peraza. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the 6th. ground ball sent back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Well, balls are flying all over the ballpark in this one here, right here, man.
Ready once again, Anthony Rizzo. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Rizzo.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Rayburn is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 7, Eugenio Suarez.
A little roller toward the hole. There to play it is Zobrist, and they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Come on,
Riding in once again, Anthony Rizzo. He went deep back in the 5th.
Rizzo.
First offering on its way. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. And the throw is off target there, so he'll reach first base safely.
I'm not here to make excuses, but it is cold tonight, and it looks a little damp out there, too. The ball might have just slipped out of his hands on that one.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Hey, no one better, huh?
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at-bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Set and the 2-1 pitch. And this is swung on and missed, so the Cubs are down to their final strike here. And now this crowd of 27,000 plus rise to their feet. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop.
Hey, no one better here.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Bounce down the third baseline. Throw on to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Reds have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
This was just a nice win for these guys. They did most of their damage in that big second inning and did what they had to the rest of the way to secure this win.
This one comes to a close with a 9-5 final. Homer Bailey notches his 3rd win of the year. Jake Buchanan struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Cincinnati Reds: 9 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For the Cubs, 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 13 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 40 minutes. A reminder that post-game.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. In the National League Central, the Cincinnati Reds had 12 hits as a team as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 9-5. The St. Louis Cardinals grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 7-6. In more Cardinals news, second baseman Jed Jerko will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He's dealing with a strained bicep. The New York Yankees swung it well with 15 hits in this one as they plundered the Pirates 8-1. The Mets launched 3 home runs as they bested the visiting Nats 7-3. The Atlanta Braves totaled 11 hits as a team as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 4-1. In other Phillies news, relief pitcher Joaquin Benoit will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He's dealing with a strained hamstring. The Arizona Diamondbacks combined for 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 6-2. The Giants combined to allow only 4 hits as they toppled the Rockies 8-1. The Miami Marlins stopped their 6-game losing streak as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 6-1. In more news out of Miami, catcher JT Realmuto is currently listed as day-to-day. He is dealing with a bruised arm. The Astros combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 5-2. Eduardo Rodriguez collected win number 3 this year as the Red Sox claimed victory over the Orioles 3-2. Jason Kipnis plated 4 runs with 3 hits on the day as the Tribe defeated the White Sox 6-3. In other news from Cleveland, starting pitcher Carlos Carrasco will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He's dealing with a strained hamstring. The Detroit Tigers total 11 hits as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 8-0. The Toronto Blue Jays pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 4-2. Kyle Seager totaled 4 hits overall on the day as the Mariners downed the A's 3-2. More news from Seattle. Starting pitcher James Paxton is listed as day-to-day but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He is said to be dealing with shoulder tightness. The Rangers allowed only 5 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 4-0. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.
Live from the banks of the Ohio, we welcome you to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. It's Reds baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Scott Feldman is on the mound for Game 2. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, his last 3 outings have been, I'd say, inconsistent. They haven't been good. His ERA is over 4, just giving up too many runs. And when you give up that many runs, you're not going to win games.
Here's Jason Hayward now. He brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play.
Jason Hayward.
See how? Here we go, kid.
Here's the first pitch to him. He pulls this one into right, and Hayward has a base hit.
Well, you wonder why left-handed hitters have such pretty swings. When you hit the first pitch like that and you hit it to right field for a hit, man, it's a pretty thing.
Now at the plate, Chris Bryant. A real threat with the bat, currently the National League home run leader.
Bryant.
Hey, get the pitch right now.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Cutter, and it doesn't make it back. 3-2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Here's the payoff pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. Another full count pitch home. And another foul ball.
Hey, let's go, kid. What time here?
The payoff pitch one more time. Another one sent foul.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Hey, have a rip like you can. Here you go.
The 3-2 one more time. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Duvall on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. H, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series?
Well, Matt, we're seeing a lot of lineups like this lately. This club has a lot of power, but not a lot of speed. Shouldn't be surprising. You don't usually have the combination of the two where you got speed and power, but their power, no speed. They have to hit the ball at the ballpark if they want to win.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
See you drive it, kid.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Left for the Cubs. It's the Cubs 0 with the Reds coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. John Lester gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. Harold, what do you got?
Matt, last year this guy was one of the best pitchers in baseball. The ERA in the low 2s. You know how good that is? And the thing I like about it, that tells me he's going to throw strikes when he needs to. He's going to get ahead of hitters. And he's going to have another solid game going deep in the game. So hopefully he can carry that into this game as well. We'll get a chance to really see him work at his best.
This is pulled into right. But a little unlucky there as it's hit right to him in right field for the final out of the inning. Ready once again, Jason Hayward. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Jason Hayward.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Duvall looks up, out of here. A solo shot, and they add another. A solo shot that time off the bat of Jason Hayward. Second home run early in the year, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Everybody has heard of a hitter punishing a curve or a slider that just hangs. Well, this was a cutter. It just hangs right there out over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it. Can't leave a pitch like that to a professional hitter. Well, you can.
Digging in to try it again, Joey Votto. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
This guy's such a good hitter. I get the feeling even when he's down 0-2 in the count like he was here, he's still actually ahead of the count.
Ready for another shot now. Ryan Rayburn. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Ryan Rayburn.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Reds are down in order. They trail it here 3-0. Digging in and looking for more, Jason Hayward. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
Hey, we're patient up there.
The pitch. Hit hard towards center.
Nice hit.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, he hit that ball hard. He's been seeing the ball great. That right there now makes him 3 for 4 on the evening, really swinging the bat.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat.
Chris Bryant.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. 2-2 is a changeup that misses 3-2. Anthony Rizzo is on deck.
Let's go now, one time.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Got him swinging in the dirt.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
There we go. Come on, big guy. One time. Here we go.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Line drive to left. Rayburn is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. The catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Devin Mesoraco.
Fly ball out toward right field.
You got it. You got it.
Hayward is right there. And there's the 2nd out of the inning. Into the box now, Jason Hayward. Previous meetings against Tony Cingrani, 1 for 5. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1.
Here you go. Let it fly now.
Here's the 0-1. Flipped out the other way toward short. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. The 9th inning's underway with a leadoff man aboard via the single. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen.
Third baseman, Chris.
Come on, big guy. You drive it right here.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Digging in once again, Anthony Rizzo. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he just misses with a curveball. Look out, and that'll give him a close shave.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Shoots this one over to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. So digging in now, Kyle Schwarber. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Here's the 1-2. Pitch in the dirt, and that gets away. And not in time as the run scores. And he will score from third. A daring move as he scores on what ought to be called a wild pitch.
Hey, anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
5-0 the final score today. John Lester earns the win, his second. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com.
They left 19 runners on base. The winning pitcher is John Lester. His record is now 2-1. The loss goes to Scott Feldman. He falls to 1-2. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 49 minutes. A reminder that post-game Metro bus service is available to Anderson Township, Cobblewood Plaza, Kenwood, and Western Hills Plaza.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL Central, the Chicago Cubs knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati, 5-0. The Cardinals had 12 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee, 4-3. Also in news from St. Louis, starting pitcher Michael Wacha is currently listed as day-to-day. He's dealing with bruised ribs. The Pittsburgh Pirates defeated the visiting Yankees 2-1. The Washington Nationals combined for a 4-hitter as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field, 3-0. Nick Markakis launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total as Atlanta downed the Phillies 8-4. The Los Angeles Dodgers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they made it a laugher against the Diamondbacks 10-0. The Giants pounded out 17 hits in this one as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 6-3. The Miami Marlins grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 7-1. In other news out of San Diego, relief pitcher Kevin Quackenbush will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He's said to be dealing with a sprained elbow ligament. The Houston Astros totaled 13 hits as a team as they destroyed the Rays 9-1. The Orioles launched 3 home runs as they beat the visiting Red Sox 5-1. The White Sox hit 3 long balls as they bested the visiting Indians 8-7. In other news from Cleveland, first baseman Chris Colabello will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He's dealing with knee inflammation. The Twins defeated the visiting Tigers 1-0. The Blue Jays knocked out 10 hits as a team as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 6-4. In other news from Toronto, starting pitcher Marcus Stroman is currently listed as day-to-day. He is said to be dealing with shoulder soreness. The Oakland Athletics combined for 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Mariners 4-1. In other athletics news, catcher Stephen Vaught is listed as day-to-day but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He's dealing with lower back pain. The Kansas City Royals got 12 hits in this one as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 7-3. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. It's a battle of elite pitchers next on MLB Network. Brendan Finnegan, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
And here's Jose Peraza. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Reds, second baseman, Jose Peraza.
Hey, here we go.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. HR, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And Matt, you look at they split right now, but they lost the first game, won the second one. So you're looking at momentum is on their side. That's why I'm kind of leaning towards them here in this third game.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Well, that is a good pitch. A sinker down with that kind of movement, it is really hard to hit. No wonder he swung and missed.
Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. With a moment here in Cincy, let's take a glance at the Reds starting lineup in this one. HR, how do they send their fan base home happy here today?
Well, you're already down 3. You can't worry about that. Still play with your game. You got a lot of baseball left. Get maybe 1 inning. Chip away. Try to get at their pitcher and get your team right back in the game.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Hey, we got 1.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Hot shot down the line. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Throwing to second. And he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking, too, right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Standing in, Joey Votto. First time to the plate for him, and he's carrying an eye-popping batting line with him. Up in the 360s to start play. Back in standing. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. It's his 4th double here in this early part of the year.
Gotta hold him. Let's go.
Swing and a miss at the bender, and it's even at 1-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Matt, Dixon's interesting. I've seen a lot of pitchers complain because he's the hitter's umpire. He's really tight on the corners. You got to basically put the ball in the middle of the plate to get that call. Pitchers can't stand it. Hitters love him.
Another 1-2 delivery. And another foul ball. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Ball 2.
I got to give advantage to hitter in this AB. Man, he's seen a lot of pitches. He's sitting 2-2. Anytime you've seen this many pitches, you now have him measured really well.
On to first, and Votto's gone for out number 2. The catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Hey, plays at 1 now. Hey, now we got 2.
And he'll step off and go to third here. And he's back easily. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Tough spot to hit here as a hitter. You have a base open, so you have to almost be trying to think like the pitcher. Is he going to try to pitch around me, or is he going to come in the strike zone?
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll move to ending number 2 here in Cincinnati. It's the Cubs 3 and the Reds nothing. Digging in, Kyle Hendricks,
Batting 8.
as he'll get his first opportunity in this
Kyle
one.
Hendricks.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Harold, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
And, Matt, you always want to win 2 of the 3 games. I mean, today is a big game because you walk away and you start adding up those numbers in the series. You go, we won 2 out of 3 there. That's the goal for every team, to win 2 out of 3 in the series.
Leading up for the Reds, third baseman.
Into the windup and the pitch. Eugenio Suarez is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Go, boys, let's go.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Here's the pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Let's take a look at the Cubbies defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And at first base, Anthony Rizzo. Another one of those guys that can pick the ball out of the dirt for you. But I love the fact he's aggressive, and he'll make that throw to home, he'll throw it to second, and he'll even dive in the stands for you if he needs to.
Here's Arismendi Alcantara. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. Drilled down the line. A dive, but he can't make the play, and it's down the left field line.
Well, that's a good positive step. Got off to a slow start here in April. That's one you build on right there.
At the plate, Ryan Rayburn. His matchup numbers with Hendricks. 2 for 3.
Ryan
Too low, 1-0.
Rayburn.
Runner at first here, 1 man out.
We got one out here.
1-1.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
The 1-1 pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
That's a pitch to build on right there. In this ballpark, the ball's flying. You want to keep the ball down. That was excellent.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Marco Hernandez steps in. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good.
Hernandez.
And here's a ball hit in the air. In there, a base hit.
Well, that's a perfect example of taking a ball inside out. You know, you hear that terminology, stay inside the ball. Right there, he took a ball inside and shot it the other way for the base hit.
In now, Brandon Finnegan. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Hey, 2 away now.
He swings and grounds it to short. Baez ranging to his right. On to first, and the Reds rally comes up short here as that ends the inning. Reds strand. Digging in to try it again, Jose Peraza. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Now here it comes. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So a leadoff single will be the start to their half of the third.
A lot of base hits up the middle. Set your sights up the alleys and try to take it back up the middle hard like he did right here. Nice job.
Number 6, center fielder
Billy Hamilton stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting one out could be a challenge.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Nobody out, runner on first. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Tapper up the line. Bryant's got to get rid of it. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out. In is Joey Votto now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And the runner will get back standing.
Hey, come on, guys.
And a fastball just misses for ball 1.
Hey, one down
One out
right
and a
now.
runner on second base. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Well, the first 2 pitches are interesting, both away from the left-hander. Will he bust him back in and challenge him? It's going to be a good at-bat to watch.
Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lifted the other way out to left center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And the runner from second is in to score. It's now a 3-1 ball game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Devin Mesoraco. 0 for 1 here in the early going. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Takes a look at a sinker that stayed up high, but good for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Again, a 1-2. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Here he comes again, 1-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Hit down the line at first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Striding in once again, Eugenio Suarez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down. The 1-2 pitch. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for Cincinnati. On now to the top of inning number 4. Cubs lead it 3-1.
Hey, let it fly.
Bigging in for his second at-bat, Kyle Hendricks. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Hendricks.
Get a good pitch. Here we go.
And they do have him bunting with 1 away as he puts this one down. And he dives with the baseball, but makes the play for the out. Oh, that was close.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do.
Ready for another chance. Arismendi Alcantara. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first. Stepping into the box, Ryan Rayburn comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a curveball that time that broke too low. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop.
1 out now.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And he looks at a sinker for a called 3rd strike, and now there are 2 gone.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location, all 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
Into the box now, Marco Hernandez. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Hey, 2 away now.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And this is fouled at the plate. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. Digging in now, Tim Adelman. First at-bat of the game for him here in the 5th as he was a late entrant into this one. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Oh, he saw that changeup really nice. He just wasn't able to keep it fair.
And a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Hit back up the middle. Baez has it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Good bite to the sinker there as it's chopped foul at home plate.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Reds are down in order. They're down here 5-1. Digging in once again, Kyle Hendricks. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Kyle Hendricks.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Lifted into center field. Hamilton is under it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. In is Joey Votto now. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat. 1-0.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
Now, that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there. That's why everybody's shaking their head.
And that misses. 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Schwarber is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Ready for another shot now. Devin Mesoraco. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Shoots this one over to first, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Stepping into the box, Eugenio Suarez. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Misses. Ball 2.
You know, he's throwing the ball so good today. He didn't get that pitch right there, but he's been getting most of the calls around the plate.
3-2 now. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Yeah, and if you can make it all the way to the 6th inning before you give up a walk, you're doing something right. He's been very efficient so far, so we'll see if he can get back on track here.
Right fielder.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
2 outs, fellas.
The 0-1 on its way. Swung on and blasted foul to the right. And wow, that got all the way out to the Riverfront Club. High in the air out to center field. Jay has a read on it, and that retires the side. 1 left for Cincinnati. They're down 5-1. Jordan Walden gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Jordan Walden.
Into the box now, Ryan Rayburn. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball one. 1-0 count. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
That fastball right there will humble you. He threw it right by him. So now what do? You spread out, you use your hands, and try to be as quick as you can when you see that ball get released out of his hand.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Fouled back.
Tell you what, that was a nice swing after the sequence, following a fastball to get a changeup and you foul it off. Pretty good approach.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Zach Kozar will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result it's 0-2. Swing and a ball pulled foul into the lower level and left. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far.
Whoa, he tried to get a little cute right there. A little 2-strike changeup. He thought he might get a swing and miss, but man, he left that in the zone. He's fortunate that ball didn't leave the park.
Ready with another 0-2. And he just barely makes contact there as this is fouled at the plate, and it remains 0-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Michael Lorenzen has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Michael Lorenzen.
Here's Ben Zo. Obrist now. Addison Russell will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 27, Addison Russell.
Hit in the air out to center field. Hamilton is under it. 2 gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's Jason Hayward now. Head-to-head numbers against Michael Lorenzen. He's gone 3 for 8. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Justin Grimm is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Justin Grimm.
Ready once again, Jose Peraza. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the eighth. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Objective number one right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Schwarber has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number one.
Number 6.
Digging in the switch hitter, Billy Hamilton. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2. Now batting, Joey Votto. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't fighting. Very well could see it again here, though.
2 out, nobody on. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1-2. In now is John Jay. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far.
Center fielder.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swinging a soft liner. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
The batter.
Here's Javier Baez. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes this the other way to right. Alcantara is there to put it away for out number 1. Here's Chris Bryant now. Head-to-head numbers against Michael Lorenzen. 4 for 11. And they'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Has a look, now the pitch. He's running towards second. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Hard hit ball to second. Peraza fields it cleanly. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. The catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in. Due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Eugenio Suarez comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
That's so difficult to hit. Hard fastball and a nasty curveball. You just have to sit on one or the other and hope he throws the one you're looking for.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Eugenio Suarez becomes out number 2 this inning. Arismendi Alcantara swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You can see the sweep of the ball coming right into you.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, it's never easy to win games on the road, so they are very happy with this win.
6-1 the final tally today. Kyle Hendricks earns his first win of the season. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. So long, everybody.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. For the Reds, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 5 minutes. A reminder that post-game Metro bus service is available to Anderson Township, Cobblewood Plaza, Kenwood, and Western Hills Plaza.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the Cubbies allowed 5 hits in the game as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 6-1. Heading into today, the Reds are in last place in the NL Central, and the Cubs are atop the NL Central. The Cards put together 10 hits total as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 7-3. Right now, the Brewers sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division, while the Cardinals are in 2nd place in the NL Central. The Pirates combined for 10 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Yankees 4-0. Looking at the standings, the Pirates sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division, while the Yankees sit in 3rd place in the American League East Division. The Nationals held their opponent to just 2 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 3-0. As of today, the Mets sit in 1st place in the National League East Division, and the Nationals sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division. The Philadelphia Phillies got 11 overall hits as they pulverized the Braves 11-5. In other Phillies news, starting pitcher Jeremy Hellickson will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He's said to be suffering from a flexor strain in his arm. Heading into today, the Phillies are in last place in the NL East, while the Braves are in 3rd place in the NL East. The Dodgers got a road win against Arizona 4-2. In other Diamondbacks news, starting pitcher Patrick Corbin is listed as day-to-day, but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He's dealing with a strained finger. In more news from the boys in blue, center fielder number 37 is currently listed as day-to-day. He's said to be suffering from a flexor strain in his arm. Right now, the Diamondbacks are in 3rd place in the NL West, while the Dodgers are atop the NL West. The Rockies combined to allow only 4 hits as they dismantled the Giants 11-3. In other Rockies news, second baseman DJ LeMahieu will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He's dealing with a pulled muscle in his leg. In other Giants news, relief pitcher George Kontos will be out of action for a few days according to team reports. He is said to be suffering from a pulled muscle in his back. At the moment, the Rockies are in 4th place in the NL West, while the Giants sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division. The San Diego Padres only allowed 2 hits in the game as they beat the visiting Marlins 2-0. As of today, the Padres sit in last place in the National League West Division, and the Marlins are in 4th place in the NL East. The Rays cracked 14 hits overall as they got the home victory against the Astros 8-7. Looking at the standings, the Rays sit in last place in the American League East Division, while the Astros are atop the American League West. The Orioles grabbed 13 hits in the game as they got the victory in extra innings over the Red Sox 9-8. Heading into today, the Orioles sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, and the Red Sox sit atop the American League East Division. The Tribe got 12 hits in this one as they dismantled the White Sox 8-1. At the moment, the White Sox are in 4th place in the AL Central, and the Indians sit in 3rd place in the American League Central. The Minnesota Twins got together to allow 4 hits as they defeated the visiting Tigers 4-0. In other Twins news, right fielder Max Kepler is listed as day-to-day, but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He is dealing with a strained shoulder muscle. As of today, the Twins are atop the AL Central, and the Tigers sit in last place in the American League Central Division. The Toronto Blue Jays totaled 13 hits as a team as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 6-2. It was their 5th straight victory. Right now, the Angels sit in 4th place in the American League West, and the Blue Jays sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division. The A's launched 3 home runs as they took down the visiting Mariners 5-4. Looking at the standings, the A's sit in last place in the American League West Division, and the Mariners are in 3rd place in the AL West. The Texas Rangers grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 2-1. Heading into today, the Rangers are in 2nd place in the AL West, and the Royals are in 2nd place in the AL Central. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.